Hello and welcome to my revisit of Gilmore Girls. The episode I'm going to be watching today is Season 4, Episode 11, In a Clamor and a Clangor. Now, what are my predictions for this episode? Well, I have no idea what clamor and clangor are, at least in this context. I'm going to assume that as it often occurs, Lorelai is probably organizing some sort of event, and the organization is not going well. She's having a lot of trouble, maybe pulling funding together or rallying the troops to get the job done. And this event is probably very costly, maybe really dependent on her getting her up and running. Maybe Luke and her boyfriend at the time are going to come together to help her put this event together. I'm assuming it's probably a party for tourists or something to come and try Suki's food for the first time to see if she can get some funding out of the wealthier ones. And Rory's going to be there to provide moral support, I guess. I don't know, I have no idea. That's my guess. Let's find out if I'm right.
I'm gonna miss Stan.
I know, I'm gonna miss him too.
He was so cute with his fedora.
Why do Americans wear all black to funerals? Why is that a thing? In Nigeria, you dress for a funeral the same way you dress for a wedding. Like there's no difference. It's a formal event as far as we're concerned. But for some reason, Americans like, nah, man, you gotta wear all black. So even if you barely know them, even if you never met them.
Hey, did you ever notice that in Stars Hollow, death comes in fives?
That means the fifth hasn't happened yet. Number 5 could be in this room right now.
Hank Krutzman.
Hank Krutzman.
Why would it be Hank Krutzman? Because he's 110.
Hank's 110?
No.
Why are they wearing those hats? What is that?
Okay, but if we do think that it's Hank.
We don't think it's Hank.
Why not?
Because if we think it's Hank and something happens and it turns out to be Hank, then we caused it.
She's right.
My good friend Stan Green lived here for 56 years.
First time seeing the priest outside of the diner.
Now, many of you don't remember the church bells, and it was his wish that they ring out over Stars Hollow once again. So he generously bequeathed the funds to make that dream come true. We're going to restore the bells in honor of our dear friend Stan.
Okay.
That's so sweet. Yeah. Do you remember the bells?
No, it was before my time.
Me too. Sounds great.
Oh, they were fantastic. One of my most romantic memories happened during those bells.
Your first kiss?
Sure. Okay.
Oh, no!
Hank, are you all right?
Okay, he's okay. He's okay. We did not make him the fifth. We do not have that power.
We just speculated. That's right, it could be anyone. I mean, Taylor or Reggie or Andrew or Kirk.
Ow! Oh, it's going dark! It's going dark!
We are the witches of Eastwick.
Great lyrics.
Zach, you seem less than thrilled.
Far be it from me to complain.
Since when?
Don't be a putz.
But you complain a lot.
I just think we're a little too on the beat, that's all.
2 on the beat. That's crazy.
How can we be 2 on the beat?
We should be off the beat,
Yeah. Like Blueface.
so we're too perfect.
I think.
Are we practicing too much?
We don't practice too much, we're just good.
I don't want to sound all fake and computerized, all right? I don't want to be in sync.
In Sync. What's that?
NSYNC is one of those sucky boy bands.
Okay.
Well, I don't know anything about boy bands.
I don't either. I've just read about them, okay?
You read about
Weren't they number 1 at that point?
If we're getting confessional and all, I kind of like Simon and Garfunkel.
One Direction, but with dancing?
You're so mean to him.
No, I'm not.
He knows exactly who you're talking about and he's so nice.
Yeah, I mean, he comes early, he brings sandwiches from his shop.
Never an Italian sub with pickles, which is what I like, I must say.
I would rather you gave me the hard time instead of Gil, since I'm the one who let him in the band.
Hey, we all let him in. We're a democracy. We all let him in the band.
Okay. So this is recent. He's a recent addition at this point. Wait, what happens to the band after What's-Her-Face gets pregnant?
We, the band, are booked at CBGB's.
We're what?
Oh my God!
Yo, come on, are you serious?
Well, my buddy Pete works sound there. I got him a tape. He slipped it to the booker. Bam, we're in.
Holy bam.
I need my inhaler.
Not a great slot. It's 1 o'clock on a Tuesday night.
Who cares? It's CBGB's.
The Ramones started there.
Blondie, Sonic Youth, Television, Talking Heads, the list goes on and on.
Sure is pretty, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Are those real snowmen? Or do they have like fake ones they pull out for these scenes?
The philosophy final.
Oh, right, yeah.
And the second snow this.
Well, is any of the snow real? That's the question. It could all be fake snow.
Bells, they fixed the bells.
Oh, Stan.
Oh, that's cool. Too bad they didn't do it while he was alive, huh?
See, if we had taken our traditional first snow of the season walk, we wouldn't have heard the bells.
Bless her.
It's glitching.
What? I'm just dropping off some stuff and a few things, and
Mom,
I need coffee.
I'll meet you there.
Hurry.
Is it supposed to be doing that?
Pursue an interview with a distinguished leader with great influence on the community, state, or nation.
That sounds like it should be interesting. Who should we interview?
Oh my god. It's Mr. Nobody, or whatever the character's name is.
Assistant Pastor Eric? Pastor Cho did it last year.
Pastor Cho does it every year.
So then perhaps Pastor Cho might like a rest.
Then it would be Assistant Pastor Eric.
How about we send a letter to Bill Clinton? It's probably a long shot, but you never know.
Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
But Pastor Cho's expecting our call. Unless he's sick, in which case it would be Assistant Pastor Eric.
Lane, Rory is here to see you.
How'd you like it?
It's great.
I burned a copy for my mom.
You know, it's people like you who are destroying the music industry.
Oh, now Brittany's got to shoulder some of the blame.
Damn. Dissing NSYNC, now Britney Spears? Crazy. Who wrote this? They just hated what was popular, huh?
I'm actually gonna be on stage at CBGB's.
I know, but how are you gonna get there?
Oh, I will get there as we speak. I'm working on the perfect alibi.
Oh, what do you got so far?
What? Kidnapping?
Mama, may I run something past you?
Yes, daughter.
That's it.
However, you now need to add an excuse.
Thank you. Wait.
Getting a little sloppy there.
Lane, your classmates are waiting.
Sorry, Mama.
Knock first, Mom. Damn.
Jane, one woman's harrowing journey to God. Good choice.
Okay.
Smart move jumping on my bandwagon with the International Relations Association.
You dragged me here, Paris.
You'll thank me when you're interviewing for grad school in a few years and find those wayfish looks of yours aren't quite as charming.
Whatever that means.
Wayfish.
Can I ask why you're suddenly so interested in international relations? You're pre-med.
Okay.
Our advisor, Professor Friedman.
You know her?
Her daughter was busted last spring by New Haven police for growing pot in their basement, right during harvest season. Strangely, never made the papers.
Who is this guy? I guess he was Logan before Logan?
What are you painting?
Our apartment.
You and I, we're getting an apartment?
No, me and Nicole, we're getting an apartment.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. When?
Who's Nicole? The blonde woman, right? The one that cheated on him, I think.
3 weeks. You moved already?
Yes.
Huh.
Okay.
Where is the apartment?
Litchfield.
She jealous?
3 weeks ago you moved to another county?
Yes.
Well, were you gonna mention this to me anytime soon?
I'm sorry. Why would he mention it to you?
Came up? Yeah. Okay, so if I hadn't asked for the next 20 or 30 years and I sent you a nice fruit basket upstairs, you just never would have gotten it?
It's not that big a deal.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like we tell each other everything.
No, of course we don't.
Okay.
Look, nothing's changed.
Yeah, nothing's changed, except you don't live here.
So what?
So,
What does that matter?
I don't even have your phone number.
I'll give you my phone number.
I don't even know what you live in.
A townhouse.
A townhouse? Sure, because when I look at you, I think common driveway.
Okay.
And you'll come over and see it eventually.
Will I? Will I come over? Because me coming over implies we're friends.
We are friends.
No, we're not.
Wait, is the place empty? Damn.
Like, where you live and when you moved away. I thought we were friends, but I guess we're not.
Where are you going?
I can't say.
Lorelei! Damn bells!
This is the tragedy that results when your mom goes out of town, leaving your dad in charge of the care package.
Never seen these two before.
Look, the guy over by the vending machine.
Okay.
2 thumbs up. That is my friend, Josh's roommate, William.
Hello, Your Highness.
Okay, calm down.
I'm seriously debating a move here.
Nakedness tends to work.
He tells this story about a girl in the storm. She doesn't even know him. She just comes up to him and starts talking to him. And he's talking to her, just to be nice. But she thinks he's into her or something. So like 3...
Is this about Rory?
She asks him out. Of course he said no. But I guess to her, no doesn't mean no. So now she's showing up everywhere he is. He calls her, his adoring fan.
Okay.
Cranked up the karaoke machine right at that moment, so no names.
It is about Rory.
Of her asking him out, all flitty eyelashes and look how hot I am is...
Psycho girl in the dorm. I wonder who it can be.
You ever had a moment like that? I've had a moment like that before where 2 people were talking about me, but they didn't know that it was about me. I mean, actually, I've had that happen multiple times, but the one that stood out most was a taxi ride. The taxi driver was talking about some of the other girls that went to my school, and a guy they were talking about. And then he proceeds to describe me as I'm sitting next to him, not knowing that I'm the person that he's talking about.
3 weeks and not a single word. And he looked at me like I was...
And I didn't tell him.
Maybe I am insane. I mean, what's the big deal, right? Just because I go in there for coffee every day, that doesn't make us friends.
You are friends.
You are friends, but it's his romantic life. Why would he tell you about that? Why do you want those details?
What's the matter? Is he hungry? No, it's the bells. The bells aren't ringing?
No, but they're about to.
He's crying in anticipation of the bells?
He hates them. At first he just cried when they rang. Now he knows their schedule.
We need to sabotage them. Wait, is this... Oh, this is Lorelai's place. I was gonna say, why does Suki's house look like Lorelai's house?
It's Luke. What's he doing? He's shoveling my walk.
Okay. Dude, I don't know. If I was in a relationship and my partner was behaving like this with another person, I don't know.
This is really nice, Luke. Hey, can we fight again? Because I need my rain gutters clean.
You think everything is your business. Everything is about...
Okay.
Newsflash. Some things are not about you.
What is happening?
Why are you yelling at me?
If I want to move in with Nicole, it concerns her and it concerns me, and that is it.
Yeah, that's true.
It does not concern you. It is none of your business. I don't have to...
Then why are you shoveling her driveway?
And you do not have the right to make me feel guilty because I didn't tell you anything.
I wasn't trying...
I have been tying my own shoes since I was 4. I have been repairing my...
4? That's kind of late, ain't it?
And shovel your walk. It is a safety hazard, and you can't just walk past it and ignore the fact that the snow is up to your ass.
You've got my shovel.
I loaned it to you 3 years ago.
When you boil it down, isn't the whole Israeli-Palestinian problem a case of sibling rivalry? Follow up? The Old Testament, it's all there. Israelis are descendants of Abraham and Sarah. Arabs are the descendants of Abraham and his maid Hagar.
Okay, this is topical.
They might as well be fighting over who gets the TV remote.
In whose best interest is it to keep the kids fighting?
Right, like there's some all-powerful entity manipulating the entire population of Israel. There's a good thought process for you.
Excuse me?
It's more complex than that.
But if you disregard power, you...
That's not what I said. Maybe if you sat up straight for a minute, you could...
Damn.
Israel is made up of over 6 million individuals, each with a unique view on the situation. You know something about a unique view of a situation, don't you?
I guess.
Okay.
Propaganda and the spreading of blatant, heinous, ridiculous lies can cause more damage than guns or bombs or any sort of weaponry.
Personally, if I'm in an alley with Osama, I'd rather he was armed with a blatant, heinous lie than an Uzi.
That's because you're an idiot.
I mean...
Give me back my pencil.
Okay, you two. Let's take a cooling off period.
I mean, he's right. I wouldn't want him to be armed with a dangerous weapon.
Stupid, just go to Luke's.
No way.
You're gonna starve to death.
Well, fine, I will starve to death because I'm not going to reward bad behavior.
So everyone just hates the bells now. Yeah, I mean, the bells should only ring maybe twice a day. At noon and 6 p.m. maybe.
You want to help me break the bells?
I'll get my toolbox.
Property damage. And theft.
Let's go.
Right behind you.
Okay, I guess he hasn't really moved in with what's-her-face yet.
Did you find Blondie anywhere?
Nah, I think they repainted at some point.
Repainting is so not rock and roll.
Hey, here are the Strokes.
Yawn.
So do we get to sign the wall?
Oh.
Those are signatures? They look more like stickers.
Bad news. I'm gonna have to bump you. You're not playing. We'll reschedule, okay?
I don't get this. Why are we being bumped?
Well, there's like 2 people out in the audience, and they're not even drinking.
Well, I'll get them drinking. I'm very good at working around religious mandates.
Older couple?
Yeah.
That's my parents. They don't drink.
I mean, what's wrong with them performing then, if no one's there?
Every band plays to empty rooms. At some point, they can be some of the most classic gigs.
Look, I've already sent people home. The doorman, the waitresses,
You don't need them. There's no one out there.
the sound guy.
We don't need sound.
Look,
We are professionals, and some of us have gone through a lot of trouble to be here tonight. A lot of trouble.
well, then you have a lot of my sympathies.
Get cancer, Daryl!
Whoa, Lane, come on. You gotta roll with the punches.
No, we have to play tonight.
We can't.
Tonight? Thought it was 1 p.m.
He's the booker.
No, he's the man, and rock and roll is about saying no to the man.
Miss Lunch.
Dude, get it together.
I cannot believe that your parents don't drink.
Okay.
What? They locked the door to a church? Are they serious? What if I need to do something holy?
Like commit vandalism?
All those years of watching Heart to Heart are about to pay off. It's my gym card.
You joined a gym?
Yeah.
When?
After I had Rory to lose the pregnancy weight.
Did you go?
God, no, I was way too fat. Oh, praise be.
There is no way that would work.
Personally, I was thinking we could whack the bells really hard with a hammer.
I was thinking we could just jam the turnbuckle or wedge the main mechanism. Just for fun, disconnect a few of the clappers. Contrary to popular belief, you don't have to break every bell. If you just damage a couple, say the tierce and the prime, you pretty much ruin the set.
You must have been the top of your class at Hunchback School.
Well, just say you could spend your whole life waiting for bells to fall into disrepair. Sometimes they need a push.
No way, you broke the bells?
Leave the box down here.
God, these things are heavy. Don't you have a smaller toolbox?
No, why would I have two?
Because then you'd have a big one and a small one.
Well, if you have a big one, you don't need a small one. Don't say dirty, it's too easy. Hold these.
That doesn't even make any sense. That's a dirty joke.
Why wasn't your toolbox at your new place?
I needed it here.
Luke, how come you told me you moved?
I did move.
Well, you may have moved, but none of your stuff did.
What are you talking about?
I just think it's weird you're pretending you moved when you didn't.
I did move.
Luke, your bed wasn't even made.
So?
There were dishes in the sink. There was some kind of shake in the blender. Does Nicole think you moved?
Of course she thinks I moved. I did move.
Okay.
Do you sleep there?
Of course I sleep there.
When was the last time you slept there?
I live there.
So, last night?
I was there for dinner.
And after dinner?
Nicole was getting a sore throat, so it made sense to go back to my place and not get sick.
Your place?
My old place.
You say your old place, you said your place.
Well, I meant my old place.
You don't live with Nicole.
Yes, I do.
You watch her TV, you eat her food, you keep stuff in a duffel bag at her house. You're a rude guest, not her boyfriend.
Husband.
Wait. They're married?
You passed judgment on our marriage, you passed judgment on our divorce.
Oh, right. They got married one random weekend or something. Or during vacation or something.
You know what? I was a little tipsy on that cruise ship, but I don't remember anyone pronouncing us husband.
Oh, yeah. A cruise ship.
I spend as much time with Nicole as you do.
And the judgment's back.
I could move in with you guys. You wouldn't know.
You know, none of this is any of your business.
It's absolutely my business.
How?
Because I wasted a week of my life adjusting to the idea that you had moved, only to find out that you haven't.
How much adjusting did you have to do? Nothing's changed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll see you every day. I still cook your food. I still serve your coffee. What do you care?
I care.
She's in love with you.
Because I don't want you to move.
Why don't you want me to move?
Uh-oh.
Lorelei?
Caught.
Luke?
That's why he was there too, right?
Carry on.
Hi. What are you doing here?
Well, funny you should ask. I didn't know what to do, and you always seem to know what to do, so I thought I'd drop by and ask you what to do.
About what?
I didn't come up with one.
One what?
One alibi.
What?
I couldn't think of anything.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing I came up with sounded like she'd believe it, so I just left.
What do you mean you just left?
I mean, I waited till she went to bed, which was about 9:15, and then I left.
You didn't leave a note?
So it's 1 a.m. at night, not 1 a.m., not 1 p.m.
This is bad.
I know, but I had to go, and she wouldn't let me go.
You have to call your mom.
No way.
Well, what are you gonna do? Just never go home again?
You say that like it's a bad thing. Who are you calling?
I hate you.
Okay.
She snuck out of her house tonight and she's scared to go home.
She snuck out?
Yeah.
I'm calling Mrs. Kim.
Mom, no.
If I woke up and you weren't there, I would have a friggin' heart attack. Now keep laying there and tell her I'm pissed as hell at her.
Okay. Responsible parenting. Crazy.
It's Lorelei Gilmore. I'm so sorry to be calling so late.
I'm surprised you didn't just help them.
Lane isn't there.
Where is she?
Well, she went out tonight and I think fine. She's with Rory at Yale and...
Give me the address.
198 Elm Street.
I just want to tell you that Lane will not be coming to work today.
Oh, yeah, I know.
She called you.
Twice.
She called you. She called Lorelei.
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. I'm going home.
All right. That sucks, I guess, but she earned it.
Floor wasn't too comfortable, huh?
No, it was fine until Paris came home and stepped on my face.
Okay, so is this when she starts living on campus with Rory?
I still can't believe she didn't just show up in the middle of the night, kick down the door, douse the place with holy water. I'm weak. I have no spine.
If you had no spine, you'd be walking funnier.
She wouldn't be walking at all.
Hey, it's Madeline Albright.
You know what? I do not appreciate you calling me that. In fact, I don't appreciate you talking to me or about me at all.
Fine.
I know you've been telling the story.
What story?
The laundry room story.
Okay.
I asked you to get coffee. That's it. I did not ask you to get married or say that I loved you or ask to have your children. And I'm not stalking you. And it's hard to ask someone out. And it puts you in an incredibly vulnerable position.
Okay.
I wasn't talking about you.
What?
There was this girl from the 3rd floor. She asked me out like 100 times. She followed me to class. She baked me a cake every day for a month. Then she snuck in my window and hid in my closet, covered in whipped cream.
Whoa.
That is a little extreme.
Wait, like Chris Evans, or?
I didn't tell anybody about the laundry room.
That was the first time I've seen the background actors actually react to something.
You could maybe not tell anyone this story also?
Another terrible mom realizing they might be a terrible mom. Crazy. Okay, so apparently her dad is like in the show. Does he live with them? And he just happens to never be on camera? Oh damn.
Is this all?
Found all her secret stuff. Damn. How'd she hide all that?
That's all. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep secrets from you.
You don't?
And I can't even imagine what you would have said if I had asked you to let me stay out till 4 in the morning.
I would have said no.
Well, then I guess I could have imagined it after all.
How long?
How long what?
How long this?
Her whole life.
I started it when I was 6.
Yeah.
The day you told me that the Cookie Monster was one of the 7 deadly sins.
Gluttony.
Yes, gluttony.
Okay.
I made you do this.
No, I just...
Yes, you did.
I've been thinking a lot about our situation, and I think I figured out a way to make everything better.
You gotta move out.
I don't want to go to Seventh-day Adventist college anymore. I want to be able to play with my band. I want to be a drummer. And I will happily live at home and adhere to your curfew, except on the nights when the band plays or practices.
Children do not make the rules. You may move out and live like that somewhere else.
Damn. Terrible mother.
Well, I think you handled that very well.
I was so humiliated.
You didn't know.
How self-centered am I that I just assumed that he was talking about me?
Well, I would have assumed the same thing.
I assumed the same thing.
I can't show my face in International Relations Club again. Hey, it's 4.
So?
Where are the bells?
They, stopped.
Someone's at the door. Call me tomorrow.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, funny you should ask.
Damn, all that stuff in her room fit in that tiny suitcase? Crazy. So that was Gilmore Girls. Good for Lane for standing up for herself, trying to compromise. But you know, sometimes your parents just aren't good parents. And what are you gonna do? Still weird that apparently her dad is there, but they just never speak to him. I don't really know how that makes any sense. Why doesn't she ever go to him? Yeah, that's all I have to say, really. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.